A leading story this hour, AfriForum says they're pleased to confirm that a warrant of arrest for Zimbabwe's former First Lady Grace Mugabe has been issued. Now on the story, we're now joined online by AfriForum's Kali Kriel. Kali, what is the actual story? What is happening?
Yes, we are very happy about the news that the warrant has been issued. We believe that there should be justice for Gabriella Engels, who was assaulted, and that nobody should be above the law. It's been a long process to get to this point. As you know, the South African government gave diplomatic immunity to Grace Mugabe. We did have to go to court to set that diplomatic immunity aside. And after we were successful, it meant that it opened the way for specifically the police to do the investigation and for the NPA to decide to prosecute. So this is a victory not only for Gabriella Engels, but everybody in the country that believes in equality before the law.
Is Gabriella still committed to the process?
Yes, most definitely. And we are very proud of the fact that we have the privilege to assist her because, as you know, there's been a lot of pressure on her. And for a young lady to say, well, you know, I'm not going to stand for this kind of abuse, and I'm even willing to say no to money being offered to make sure that justice is done. So we are glad about the fact that she's committed, that she's strong, and that is the kind of people we need in this country to make sure that we don't allow abuse of women or any kind of abuse.
When this process was started, there were always questions about how are you going to get Grace Mugabe here? And then she was First Lady. Now she's an ordinary citizen. What are the chances of that happening?
Yes, no, we believe that, of course, she can be extradited to South Africa if push comes to shove. But let's see, maybe I think it would be in our own interest to get this case behind her. And to take an opportunity in court to state the case. So there is now a warrant of arrest, but of course, if she decides not to come to the country, then I'm sure there are processes that will be followed to get her here.
Some people have said that your involvement in this case is just clutching at straws. What do you hope to benefit from the outcome?
Well, I think there are two important issues. The one is there is a victim in this case, a young lady that's been assaulted with an electric cord, and we believe all victims should have justice. That's the first thing. Then I think, secondly, what I think should be of importance to everybody in the country is that we need to know that we have a justice system that will prosecute without fear, favor, or prejudice, and that means it should not matter if you're a First Lady or if you're a normal citizen or if you're a politician or whoever you are. If you transgress the law, you should be prosecuted. And that's for us is very important to send out that message that nobody is above the law and you should abide by the law, and if not, you should be prosecuted irrespective of who you are.
Hundreds and thousands of women in this country face gender-based violence on a daily basis. What is your criteria for who you support?
Well, we look specifically in cases where politics play a role or the NPA decides because of the standing of a person not to prosecute. Because those are the cases that are handled differently by the NPA, and that's where we need to intervene. We also announced today, for instance, that the NPA has made an about turn in a decision not to prosecute Alexi Bissos, the son of George Bissos, who assaulted his wife. But after we said we want to prosecute privately, they let us know that they are going to do their job, and that is great. That is what we need, the NPA doing its job, and that's why we are here to put pressure on them to do so.
Kali, how is this case political? Grace Mugabe is not a politician.
No, the fact is the reason for her not being prosecuted was because of political connections. If it was me or you that behaved in that way, we would have been prosecuted. So it's because of her standing in society And that is where politics played a role, that there was an effort to make sure that she's not prosecuted by giving her diplomatic immunity.
So where to from here?
Well, we're happy now, so we will monitor the situation, but now there's an indication that the justice system is working, and of course we're happy about that, and we will see that the process goes through, and hopefully it won't be necessary for us to intervene again.
I think I didn't hear that right from you. The justice system is working.
Well, in this case now, unfortunately, there's sometimes pressure is needed, but the fact that there's a warrant of arrest means that in this case it is working, and that's a job that civil society has. If there are cases where there are problems, we should put pressure on the system to make sure the system works. And now in this case it is working, and I think that is our first prize.
Kali, while we have you here, it's the lead up to the Christmas season, and in 2 weeks or so it will be the New Year. Well, what's your organization's message to the South African public?
Well, I think it's a message of hope. Sometimes when things go wrong, it's very easy to become despondent. But in our history in our country, we have at numerous occasions had big problems, but we've always been able to overcome those problems, and we will do so again. So my message is one of hope, one of peace, one of mutual recognition and respect amongst communities. And of course, I wish people all the best for their festive season, and I hope they have a rest. There's lots to be done in 2019, and we are looking forward to it. And if everybody is rested out, we can tackle what is necessary in the next year. Before we let you go, how is Gabriella Engels? No, she's doing well, very well. She's also happy about the fact that justice is now going to be done. She has also done some studies, so I think she's doing very well despite the circumstances. Kali Kriel there for you. Thank you, ma'am.